Successful sales professionals have one thing in common. They know their numbers. So what do I really mean by that? Successful salespeople know their numbers throughout the entire sales process. Hi, this is Stendall. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. I help entrepreneurs and business owners build, market, and sell amazing products and services that make a real difference. In this video, I'm going to share with you some important information you need to know to be able to improve your capacity to sell. So I opened this video by saying that successful sales professionals know their numbers. And what I really mean by that is drilling down to the numbers that pertain to the sales process and the ratios that relate to those numbers. Let me give an example. When you engage in a sales process, in the beginning you have to have leads. So leads can come about through marketing activities, or you as a sales individual can generate your own leads. So there's going to be a certain number of leads that you start off with. Well, what do you do with those leads? Well, it depends on what your sales process looks like, but for sake of example, let's say that the first step in the process is to call them or to initiate contact. So the first number you're going to keep track of is how many leads did I have, and of those leads, how many did I call? The next step in the process is going to be how many of those people that I call did I actually reach a live person versus leaving a message or not getting through to the right person. What's the next step in the process? Well, it's talking to the person and then giving rise to the next step in the sales process. Let's assume that the next step in the sales process is to have an appointment to discuss how it is you may be able to serve that company and to garner enough rapport with them to be able to have them open up to you. Okay, what's the next step in the process? Well, after you've had such a conversation, it may give rise to job shadowing, further interviewing, and so forth. Okay, what's the next step in the process? Well, as you see, as you go through this process, eventually you're going to come up to the point where you're going to create a straw man proposal that identifies in broad strokes what it is that you can do to add value to your target customer. Assuming that you are providing a product or a service, and this is more for a B2B type of a scenario in which you create a proposal. And after you create a proposal, which is a straw man proposal, which is just a couple pages that highlights the key things that you believe that you can add value with, then the next step is going to move further on to ultimately getting the buy-in and the input and the feedback to customize the straw man proposal, and then to formally present it, whether orally or in writing. And then from there, the next step will be what percentage of people, after hearing your customized proposal, decide that they want to work with you and move forward and be a customer. So you see, in the very beginning, we start off with a big number. And in each step in the process, it gets narrower and narrower and narrower. Well, this video is very important to you because if you don't know your numbers in terms of how many people you started off with, how many customers you ended up with, and the numbers and the ratios in each step of the process, you're basically missing out on a wonderful source of information. Because why would you do all of this tracking? You do the tracking because you want to improve your numbers. How do you improve your numbers if you're not monitoring them, right? It seems to make sense. See, by doing what I'm suggesting here and keeping track of numbers as you convert the person to different stages in the sales process, you'll be in a position to know that, well, you know, I'm really pretty good at setting appointments, but I'm not so good at moving people from the straw man proposal to the formal proposal. And then you can dive deeper and understand why that's the case. So what I want you to do from this video is to take a few minutes to document each step of your sales process and make sure that you're capturing all the major components, some of which I've talked about, and then from now on start to keep track of how many encounters and meaningful interactions you have with your prospects to take them through the life cycle of being a lead all the way through to being a target customer. This is Stendall, and if you enjoyed this video, what I want you to do is invite you back to my website to get more great training. Just go to stendall.com, and if you put in your name and email address, I'll be able to send you a free 30-minute video training that I'm sure you're going to get a lot of value out. And the information about what's in the video is on the website that you can go to stendall.com. And also, if you'd like to get new innovative business thoughts every day, Monday through Friday, go to businessthoughtoftheday.com, and I'll be in touch with business thoughts and action items that you can take and implement. This is Stendall wishing you the very best.